Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I have been here lately coloring and painting in my journals, and just for exercises where I won't get where I can't paint. I like to keep that active in my life, and that is part of my journaling is painting, and where I won't get too tired of any one thing at one time. So I painted this page, and all I did was put abstracty flowers on the back and covered the front ones, with painted flowers. These here are watercolor, and down here's the whole page is watercolor actually. And then I went back with my acrylic, the pink and white, and it was real easy to take a brush and trying to think right here. Okay, so this is my Dina brush. A lot of you may have this brush, and I just, after I put the paint in my plate, I just took it and drug it in. And then this is one of my like I have these metallic markers. Just went in, made a bunch of dots, and then went around it with the metallic marker, and then made dots outside of the circle, and sort of just drug it in with a really thin paintbrush. Any of those of you who have a really thin, and it just really mimics the middle of a flower really good, I think. And I don't think anyone's going to be looking at it that hard, but anyway, that's what I've been doing. And then this morning I was painting this, let me put it in focus, this flamingo here. And kind of using, well, you do have to have a little more degree of how to draw, but I've been doing this for a while, but that don't make me great. I'm telling you guys, I've had many of paintings that aren't good, and they've laid over there in a pile until I can make them good. To me, my motto is, if it's not good, I'm not finished. And that's kind of the attitude I took on. If something don't look right, then start laying your stuff out in a grid, like I have to do. Kind of like even in this, I had to lay it out in a grid. And by this starting point down the middle of your book, you can kind of lay it out in a grid and say, okay, the eye, I want the eye to be here. What matches up? Does this neck match up with the eye? Where does this match up with this? And by all means, this is not perfect, because I was even going by a picture I seen in Pinterest, and I had to be going back and finessing it, and it's not 100% correct, but to a lot of people's eyes, it will be okay. So then I had seen someone else that had I'm trying to get back to why I was going to do what I'm going to do. So then I seen someone else on Pinterest take a bunch of coffee filters, and they connected them end to end, which I think I want to do that too. Connected them like little squares, connected them end to end with on the sewing machine with a zigzag stitch, and made a really long thing of ephemera and like little pictures. And then they attached the whole thing to a spool, which I thought, well, I have 2 spools, and I really don't use them for anything. And, I think they're pretty neat. I never have used them, but this here is probably 2.5 inches, because this barrel part is 2. And these are just coffee filters, and which I had to keep dyeing them even after, you dye a couple of them. I just kept dyeing them over and over, and then I would throw them in the oven and bake them. And so I've got to do all of these, but, okay, so we're getting to where I was going. So as I was doing this page, I had some paint left over on a plate. So that's what this mess looks like from, you know, from painting this page and from painting this page. So I had paint left over. So I just put my brayer in it and did this page. So that's where I got to today, because as I was looking at all of the scraps that I had left over from cutting the other things, I thought, what could I do with all the scraps? And so that's where we concluded today. So then I thought to myself, well, maybe I can make an abstract vase with all those scraps. And then I thought, what would be the flowers? So you all seen this probably in one of my videos the other day. And I believe this may have come out of Elle, the latest edition of Elle, but I'm pretty sure all those magazines that are like Elle, Vogue, and all that will probably be having these as well. So I'm going to cut these out, and we're going to use them in that vase. Okay, so I've got these cut out, and I found this photo in the Variety magazine, and it just happened to be laying to my side, and it has the same colors, the purple and the black, as this. So I think I'll cut this out as well to go on the borders for kind of like more visual interest. Okay, so as you can see, I've already put these two images down, and we're going to continue with the coffee dyed filters, and we're going to try to make something like a flower vase, an abstract-y flower vase with the scraps that I have left over. And I've never done this before, but we'll see how it works. And so I'm going to turn this down at some point, because it'll be the bottom of the vase. This is fun. I smell coffee. And let's see, maybe we'll stick this one here. I guess you kind of got to be careful this time of year. I have noticed gnats. I guess this is their time of year. Or fruit flies, as some people call it. And we'll do the, let's see, I think maybe a little wider vase. Then we'll use the other side of this filter. I guess I can go ahead and stick that top part. I guess we're kind of looking for perfection, not perfection. I was looking at so many photos of flower, you know, flowers in a vase. I like to paint all the time, and when I get a chance, and I noticed that someone had had a background that kind of mimicked the coffee filters. And I'm kind of beefing this up here, so we might see less Let's see, I was going to see how I could put this over here. Might see a little more background with the coffee filters and less of the other. I think I'll cut these off and we'll stick them back up there at the top. And it's quite rainy here today. I guess a real good rainy day project. Okay, and I guess we'll stick some of these up here like for stems. I was kind of contemplating what to use for stems. Well, I guess let's kind of back up. I shouldn't be putting the stems on right now. I guess we'll, let's see, that's sort of humped up right there with no glue underneath. Trying to look for my X-Acto knife in here. I think they're all in the other room. Okay, so we'll lay these round orb things down. For like the visual interest. Let's see. Don't know if I wanted to cover that up, not cover that up. And just have at it. See, I guess we can put one here in the fold. I guess we kind of need to. Kind of got to have some touching for visual interest. I think we need to put one maybe down here. You know how flowers hang over. And guess this is my last one. I'm sure I'll get another magazine with another set of those in it. For good measure, we'll use the good old bubble things. And now we'll use these scraps over here for my stems. And I was kind of even debating on, I have like that little the stamp thing that has the stem like the balloon on it. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to show up really well. But if it don't, we'll have to do... We'll have to wait till all this dries really good. Let's see. I think we might have to put... Maybe I'll try to find... some kind of pattern or something that we can use as leaves. I think that would be great. I just covered up the one that went to that one, but I guess that's the way they're going to do. They are going to cover each other up. Okay, guys, so I need to let this dry really, really good. And then, in the meantime, I'm going to be looking for something to make leaves with. Okay, so I want to look through this Elle magazine again and see if I can't find leaves or stems or something. And I thought about even using hands that maybe cup around the flowers. So I guess we'll use maybe her hands. And we'll just see what we can come up with. Maybe her hand, maybe I'm kind of looking at these boots. I think we'll play around with those, see if we can't do something with the boots, the hands. For more visual interest. Maybe can use her hand. Guess maybe her hand. Oh, wait a minute, I just seen something. Since her hair is like that, I think we might try to use those as stems. Looking at these buttons here. Oh, and I did find this image here out of another magazine. I thought about maybe cutting these up and using them as the centers on the flowers. So we'll check that part out. Here's a hand. I probably won't give every flower a hand. I'll just give a few of them a hand to just insinuate. No, I'm not going to use those flowers. I may use that hand. And I just thought about her hair. Do we want to... I think I'll cut her hair out and see if we can't use that. Maybe going around one of the flowers. We'll just play around. I don't know how anything's going to work. We'll just play around with it while I'm waiting on the glue to dry. Okay, I think we got enough for now. So I'll cut those out and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to try to put some of these down while this... Might as well take advantage of the background being wet. Now this is supposed to be an unconventional picture. So it's not supposed to look anything like regular flowers. supposed to kind of look abstract-y. And if it don't look good, we always got another day. Let's see, and then I did manage to cut the little boots out and the hair out. Oh, and I did add this. This was in the same magazine. It was a why not thing. Just why not? You got it. Just add it. I get it looks kind of funky. And I think we'll add this. This is the lady's hair. And I'm debating on just laying it here. I was going to use it as stems, but I think I'll just put it on here as kind of like the greenery. And this is even out of my comfort zone. Looks abstracty, that's for sure. And then I did have these boots that I'm not sure. I was going to use them around the flowers too, and then I was going to, remember I was going to cut these out, but maybe we'll cut some of these out and add these as well. Okay guys, so I've already finished the page and put these little balls on here for the flower centers, and went ahead and went around some things in Stabilo, and the Posca marker, went around the perimeter in the Posca marker, and did a little doodling here and there. But anyway, hope you guys like it, and if you could, give me a thumbs up, and as always, see you tomorrow.